to be safe. 4th, we need to be disciplined. 5, we need to be organized and systematic. Okay, I already say it very, very loud. Alright, so this might be the question. This might be the question. Alright. Clean, green, safe, disciplined, and organized, and this systematic. Yeah. Okay. You cannot play cheat. Give it to your student. No way. I will ask it from. Okay. So, 3rd, we are a financial hub for the Southeast Asia region, and 4th, thank you so much for visiting Singapore. Tourism is our 4th economy. So with this 4th economy, Singapore move very, very fast. Alright, so now children, listen up. Over here, this is where you can see but you cannot touch. Alright, this is the shopping area of Singapore. So just remember, next time now, if you happen to come back to Singapore with your family, you just tell, Daddy, Mommy, I want to go to Orchard Road. Okay, you just go and see. Alright, so this area here, this is a 2-kilometer long shopping district. We call it the Women's Paradise. Monday to Friday, they shop but they don't buy. Saturday, Sunday, they bring the husband and the boyfriend and they settle the bill. We love our women well. Alright, so this you can see on your left, on your right, all shopping malls, all branded stuff. Singapore is the 2nd known in Asia, the most popular shopping district in Asia. Alright, so the first one is Japan, 2nd is Singapore. Long time ago was Hong Kong, but Hong Kong took over from China. China took over Hong Kong, and then they do a lot of copy stuff. So Singapore, we don't do copy stuff at all. It's against the law. So that's why a lot of new so-called selection from Louis Vuitton, Chanel, they were put to Singapore first. After maybe 1-2 months, then they will put it over to Hong Kong. So a lot of people, they will fly down to Singapore to do their shopping, especially Chinese people from China. They suddenly their economy boom. They will come to Singapore, they will do their shopping over here. Okay, so Singapore GST, goods and service tax, 7%. India is 12%. Electronics is 18%. Correct? Alright, so Singapore across the board, 7%. In order to get back the 7% GST, you need to make a purchase $100 in a single receipt. Then you are claiming back the GST. Other than that, under $100, you're not allowed to claim back the GST. And if you're crossing the border, the suburb area is above ground. Okay, so our train is very, very simple, very easy to use also. We call it MRT. Okay, MRT, Mass Rapid Transit. That is the short form. Singapore, we have a lot of acronyms. So sometimes you say, oh, this is MRT, this is that. So we always like to short form the names because we know. But for a guest of Singapore, we will try to elaborate the whole entire sentence or the full word so that you will understand what are we meaning. Yeah. All right. So over at this area here. All right. So this is Orchard Road divided into Orchard Station, Somerset Station, and Dhoby Ghaut Station. What is Dhoby Ghaut? Dhoby Ghaut is actually a Indian Dhoby. Now, back in the old days, okay, Singapore was ruled by the East India Company, just like India. Okay, the East India Company, the British Crown, went to India first, and then they conquer India. Then after that, they sent some people to come to Singapore. Alright, so Singapore was founded in 1819 by the name of this person called Sir Stamford Raffles. He's our founder. We call it the first founder, but actually he's not our first founder, our second founder. Okay, so our founder Sir Stamford Raffles came to Singapore and made Singapore a free port to combat the Portuguese and the Dutch colony around Southeast Asia region. So it makes this whole entire island a free port. So what happened is a lot of people wants to come to this place to do trading because it's free. So other location, if you go to Penang or you go to Malacca or you go to Indonesian island, you need to pay tax to the Dutch. So Singapore is free. So you attract a lot of people. So that's how the people from different races, different country comes to Singapore. So the East India Company came to Singapore. They brought the Tamilians over here. Why? Because they were actually a convict. So they are serving the sentence. Instead of serving sentence in a prison, they have a choice to come to Singapore to work as a labor and to build buildings for us. So after they finish the building and they serve their sentence finish, they say, I don't want to go back to India anymore. I want to stay in Singapore. This is my home. Alright, so what happened is they think how to make money from the British people. So now, The British people, they have got 60,000 military staff in Singapore at that time. So this 60,000, everybody will have 5 sets of uniform. So the 5 sets of uniform, at that time, there's no washing machine. You need to go to the river and scrub, and then that is the washing. So what happened is, they think for a while, why not we start a Dhoby? We take the money from them. Okay, so now the descendants of the Indian Dhoby are all millionaires in this country, yeah? So we name a train station after the Indian Dhoby called Dhoby. Now let me turn your attention, oh, this bus is here. Okay, let me turn your attention to your left-hand side. This is our President Palace called the Istana. Istana, our President Palace. So our President is a woman, Madam Halima, is our 8th President. We have got 3 Prime Minister. First Prime Minister is the visionary. He's the one who made Singapore what it is today. His name is called Mr. Lee Kuan Yew. The person who took over him was called Mr. Goh Chok Tong, and then the son of Mr. Lee Kuan Yew is currently in power, which is the 3rd Prime Minister of Singapore, starting from 2004 all the way until today. He's in power. So same thing, just like your Prime Minister Modi, he's the one calling the shot. The president only for figuring, just for taking pictures and signing the legislation. So Singapore is also based on the Commonwealth, parliamentary, but the Prime Minister is the one who calls the shot. And then we have a single party has been ruling Singapore ever since 1959 until today. Alright, so 1959, we were given self-governing from the British Crown. 1963, we joined Malaysia. 1965, Malaysia kicked us out. Thank God they kick us out, because 1 Singapore dollar is 3 ringgit in Malaysia now. So our money is greater than them. So 1965, 9th of August is our National Day. 15th of August is your National Day. So we are 6 days before, but we are still younger than you. You get your independence in 1947. We get our independence in 1965 from the British Crown. Alright, so the British is like everywhere. But one thing good is we filter. The good things from the British we take, the bad things from the British we just filter out. So that's why we are able to create a city. We are a city, we are an island, and we are a country. Just like coffee, 3 in 1. You put inside the cup, you put it. So basically this is the 3 things. We are an island, we are a city, okay, and we are a country. Listen, okay, so all these, when you see Uncle JJ stressing, then you just remember that, because some of the question will be coming out from that, okay? Alright. Okay, so now on the right hand side you can see the train station called Dhoby Ghaut. This is called the Dhoby Ghaut station. So once upon a time it's a clear water spring. Water. The water. So after that we built the train station on top of it. So our train is actually about 20 meters underground. 20 meters underground, yeah? So we also have a university that is located at this location. This is the end of the shopping district. We have a university called SMU, Singapore Management University, based on the American syllabus, IB, instead of GCSE. So Singapore, our education system is British education system, okay? And also we have got the American education system, IB. Okay, so now what is the differences basically? Some of the syllabus, okay, like you are doing grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. Some they use secondary, primary school, secondary school. Then after that followed by junior college. Then after that, then you have your real college, which is your university. So IB is different. You have your grade 1 all the way to grade 14, grade 15, and then you go to high school directly. So that is the differences. Alright, so that is what we call the GCSE system and the IB system, yeah? Alright, so over here, this Singapore Management University will be on your right hand side. This is a university that based on the American syllabus. Also, same thing, when the American having their summer holiday, they are also having their summer holiday. Alright, so, but one thing quite dangerous about this location for students to study is because it's very near to the shopping district. So they will play truant, not going to school after that. They will go. So it's an open concept. Only when you're going into the classroom, you need to have a key card to go into the classroom. So this location, we dedicate it to what we call art district. Yeah, art district. So you can see a lot of colonial looking houses, buildings. Why we are keeping it is we have to conserve all these kind of buildings. Like for example, over here, St. Joseph Institution. Once upon a time was a convent school, and then after that it was converted into a museum. Now over here on the right hand side, this is the Cathedral of the Good Shepherd. Yeah, so this area is dedicated to the European people. Okay, the European people was very strong in Singapore, so place had to be dedicated to them. So we segregate Little India for Indian people. Chinese people will go to Chinatown. The Malay Muslim people will be dedicated over at this place called Kampong Glam Arab Street. So and this will be the European town. So on the left hand side, this is the first hotel, oldest hotel in Singapore. This is called the Raffles Hotel, built in 1887. Yeah, the Raffles Hotel, named after our founder Sir Stamford Raffles. Yeah, so one night stay over at this location, at the least $1,000. All suite hotel, 103 rooms. Okay, Amitabh Bachchan stay here. Shah Rukh Khan, when he come for the IFA Award, also stay here. Hrithik Roshan come for the IFA Award, also stay here. But they stay only one night because their filming is over at the other side. So they stay over at the Pan Pacific Hotel. Before the last night, they all stay over at this location. Then also Ashara Wai, yeah, your Miss World, also stay here. All these very good, very popular Bollywood star also stay here. Even South Indian, Rajini Khan, also stay here. Because they come to this location for a lot of different reasons. Some they come for health purposes, for medical travel. Because Singapore, we have got good equipments. We are one of our value here is our fusional police and our bio police. We also create also hospital equipments. So hospital equipments are actually good facilitated in Singapore. So a lot of people will take their second opinion over at this location. Now, let me turn your attention to the right hand side. You can see that 4 pillars over there. That looks like a chopstick. Two pairs of chopsticks. So this is actually our civilian war memorial. So we have a very dark moment in 1942 when Japanese came over to Singapore and occupied it for 3.5 years. We have people that died for it, about 100,000 civilians, not army, civilians that died over here at this location. So what happened is we commemorate them every 15th of February. We commemorate our people that perished during the war. Alright, so now over here on your left hand side, this is the Suntec City. Now Suntec City is based on Vastu. Let's say if you're flying a helicopter over at this location, you'll be able to see there is 5 buildings representing the fingers of a human hand. And in between, alright, in between you have the Fountain of Wealth, where the movie Krish is filmed. So children, take out your camera. Take out your camera. So we're gonna make left turn. Okay, the Fountain of Wealth will be at this location. Yeah. Take out your camera, put into video cam mode. Don't click pictures. Click picture, no point. Because that's only you click parts of it. So you video cam the whole thing, then you will be built. Just right in front. Okay, you can see Pani coming out, shooting out. So in logic sense of Chinese, I would say Chinese astrology and also Chinese counting, but feng shui, vastu, yeah, 5.
1, 2, 3, China.
This is tower number 1, tower number 2, tower number 3, tower number 4, tower number 5 is over there. Yeah. So if you're flying a helicopter over, you'll be able to see 5 fingers. And then the tower is also based on the length. That the thumb is shorter, so the tower number 5 is shorter. Tower number 1 and 2 is always taller. Tower number 3 is the ring finger, and tower number 4 will be the pinky finger. Just right in the middle of it, that is the Fountain of Wealth. Yeah, water is good luck. Okay, so now in the whole calculation of feng shui of Vastu, there is 5 different elements to make up Earth. Okay, first and foremost, you must have water. Second, you must have wind. Third, you must have fire. Fourth, you must have wood. Fifth, you must have earth. Okay, earth as in like soil. Alright, so water, okay, water and wind and wood is actually very good. These are the 3 good I would say the three good elements in the world. Water means prosperity. The wind will bring the water into your house, which is a good thing. That means the fortune will be coming to you. Okay? So fire is not a good thing. Wood is longevity. And earth is actually making you humble. Making a person humble. Fire is not good. So let's say if you have an open kitchen, try to bind it up. Then put the curtain or something like that, because you don't want the fire to burn your wealth. Okay? So water, how do you enhance water? Always buy yourself a fish tank. Put colorful fishes inside. 8 feet away from your main door. Alright? That will be giving you, let's say water coming in, will be going into your fish tank. Then your fish tank is like a bank. So that is how the calculation of the Chinese doing. 8 is actually an auspicious number for the Chinese people. It brings wealth. So 8 feet away from your main door. Let's say if you have a garden outside, when you're opening the tap, the water must not be flowing away from your house. You have to be flowing into your house. So whenever you on the tap, the water will still come back to you. That means the money will still come back to you. So if you know how to manipulate all these elements, what will happen is you will have more luck in the future. So you have 2 years visa in Singapore. Remember, if you get rich, come back to Singapore. JJ needs his commission, okay? Alright, so for earth is about being humble, and we call it down to earth. Dry past flyer, bro. Dry past flyer, and then after that, Padang. So now in Singapore, we have the giant wheel. We call it the Singapore Flyer. Alright, the Singapore Flyer, one circulation is 28 minutes. You have got 28 cabins. You can put 28 people inside the cabin. Why 2828? 288, the number is auspicious, luck. So 2 luck, that means double happiness, double luck, everything all double. So that's why the Singapore Flyer is a very popular place. So now you're moving off to the Singapore Flyer. We are not stopping there, we're just going to drive past. Now during the journey, you can see a lot of what we call gates. These are the fence. The fence is actually for the Formula 1. Now children, this is the Formula 1 track, racing car track. Our track is on the Singapore road. Okay, in India you have it on your racing track, but in Singapore it's on the road. Only 3 countries in the world are having it on the road. First, Monaco. Monaco is a French colony in France. Okay, Singapore, and then also we have got Macau. Macau is actually part of Hong Kong. Alright, so this is the place on the left hand side. That is the pit stop. The pit stop of. Alright, so this is the Singapore Flyer. Big. 1 round turn, 28 minutes, 28 cabins, and you can put 28 people into the cabin. But the price is not 28. Alright, so now moving along, we are heading down to the first stop. So the first stop, okay, I would suggest if you bring your water, you don't need to bring your bag, because we are coming back up to this vehicle. Just bring water. Most important, remember the person that is sitting next to you. Okay, that will be your buddy for the whole entire day. Alright, so remember, if she goes to the toilet, if you go to Susu, you must know she's inside Susu. Okay. Alright, so just right ahead, on the left hand side, that is the Marina Bay Sands Hotel. That is the investment from the American. Alright, we'll be able to see it during the walk. Alright, I need all of you to be organized, 2 by 2. Okay, 2 by 2. Dol. 2 by 2. So we walk together. Okay, then certain photo stop, I will let you stop, and then you can click selfie wherever thing you want to do. After that, we will go to the main location called the Merlion. Now, what is the Merlion? Merlion is a half lion, half fish. So what happened is, in the beginning of the 14th century, there's this Hindu prince. His name is called Sanglila Utama. He's from Palembang, Sumatra. He set sail to Singapore. At that time, Singapore was called Temasek. Direct translation, fishing town. So what happened? He came to this island. The first animal he saw was a lion. And the lion and the prince having a staring session. Like, I want to kill you, you want to kill me. And then after that, the lion just roar and move away. So that actually symbolizes peace, because the animal doesn't want to come and eat me up. So because I am the prince, I will take this island, I will call this my island. So he named this island in Sanskrit word Singapore, means lion city. So after that, the Malay Sultan from Johor Riau came to Singapore at 16th century and changed Singapore to Singapura. Then 1819, Sir Stamford Raffles, the British colony, East India Company, came to Singapore, changed Singapura to Singapore. So we changed 3 names. Okay, so the Singapore Tourism Board think that this is actually a very nice tale. So they incorporate the lion head and the fish tail, because this was once upon a time a fishing town, and the prince saw the lion. So this mythical creature doesn't exist at all. You can see mermaid in Norway, in Sweden, in Switzerland, but Singapore, it doesn't have the lion at all. Alright, it's a mythical creature. So we will be taking a slow walk. It's about 10 to 15 minutes walk under the hot sun. Singapore weather is 33 degrees to 38 degrees. Humidity 90%. So please drink lots and lots of water to hydrate yourself. At any point of time, you finish the bottle of water, don't worry, okay? You can go to the toilet. The toilet has a tap. You can fill the water from there. It's certified by the World Health Organization that Singapore water can be drinking from the tap. You don't need to boil, okay? So it's safe to drink. The only thing that is not safe to drink is the water from the fountain. Because people are putting their leg there. Water from the fountain. Other than that, no problem. You can drink the water from the tap. So now, let me interest you on the right hand side. This is the Padang. This is the Supreme Court. You see the flying saucer there? If you're naughty, I send you there. I press one button, it will fly you to outer space. Okay. Alright, so then that's the Supreme Court, and it's the Parliament House. Alright, so now this area here, we call it the Singapore Cricket Club. Singapore, we are not good at cricket. We are very amateurish in such a way that we are not good with team game. Single game, okay. Like for example, swimming. Swimming, we get gold. Okay. Table tennis, we get gold. Badminton, we get gold. Anything to put 11 people, 5 people together, we are not good. we are very good individual. Alright, so we are going to stop over here. Alright, so we are going to stop over at this location. Please bring the things that you require, like for example your bottle of water. Alright, the things that you not require, you can leave inside the bus, because later on we will be coming back to this bus. Yep. Alright children, okay?
Yeah.
Alright,
That looks like the White House. See the bus number, children? Note the bus number. What is the bus number? You just announce, Mr. JJ.
59, the bus number. No, don't worry, I will be there. I will call. They will not come up to the bus without me. They come to Singapore, they go back, they always give me a call and say that, JJ, I went to the weighing machine, 200 grams gone. Thank you so much. Okay, because during the tour, you will not know, because of the tour, you'll be enjoying, you'll be moving around, things like that. So, you will exercise. When you exercise and then you sweat at the same time. So, you know, that's a good thing. Alright, so now, children, listen up. This is the financial district of Singapore. We have about 119 banks. 119. 119 banks over here. We have 3 strong Indian banks for the teachers only. Okay. We have ICICI. We have got State Bank of India. And also we have got Indian Overseas Bank. These are the 3 banks. So not enough money, don't worry. ATM machine, you can go and talk to it. You just put the money, put the card inside. Alright, so now we have a nice sculpture over here. This is called Memento. Alright, this is to simulate people, a depiction of the people that's working around this area, spiraling up to heaven. So it actually shows the colorful people that works here, not just blue collar and white collar people that working in the financial district. You also have got people that dress like Uncle JJ, or also people that dress Bermudas to go to work. So a lot of different dressing. So this is a good depiction of the people that's working around this area. Yeah, so that's why we call Memento. It's actually designed by a Israeli artist. Singapore, we got no artist. Sad, because in the beginning of Singapore days, we are all trained to make money, all brains. Singapore, we got no natural resources. Our resource is brain. Just like we are the Asia, in India is Gujaratis. In Singapore,
All brains have come here.
yes. So we are good with thinking. We want to earn more money. So when we were young, we were taught this way. And for countries like India, America, or even in UK, from young you can become a soccer star or football star or cricket star. Singapore, no star. Singapore only study. Then if your result got no star, then you get the star from your backside. Mother, father will take the cane. Why no star? Tak. Then after that you got your star. So that's how it is. So Singapore, Asian people are not afraid to cane their children. Not afraid. Like my mother, when I was JJ uncle was young, my mother got 2 cane. One is the thick one is the small one. So my mother will ask me to choose which one you want.
Choice.
Got choice. But you will get it. You got choice. Sometimes I take the thick one. Then after that I think, oh, very painful. Take the smaller one, more painful, because the smaller one will be more painful. So in all discussion, choose the bigger one. Okay, the big one only one time, because the feeling that she swing. She also feel it. Then for all parents, we do not want to cane our children. It's just too frustrated. We don't want to let go. Okay. One time they take the heavy one, go down. We know already. Then stop. But the light one, continue, because light. The hand movement is good. Alright, so now over on your right hand side, teachers, that is ICICI Bank, Raffles branch. So this is the financial district of Singapore, and we are moving on to the next location called the Temple of Heavenly Happiness. It's a temple, a Chinese temple that is in Singapore, the oldest Chinese temple. Hindu temple, you have it over in your country. But I want to show you Chinese temple. So this Chinese temple, you do not require to take out your shoe. Please put on your shoes. So one thing I need all of you to bring, water. Okay, bring your bottle of water. Inside there will be a tap for you to refill your water. Okay, there's also a wishing well. Alright, wishing well. Anybody got coins? Coins? Any coins? All?
Yeah.
Rupee, no problem. No need Singapore coin. Rupee coins, no dollar note, just coin. And then later on you just throw the coin inside and wish for something, and who knows, you might get that something. Alright, and then also we have got the Chinese version of Saraswati. So all of you must go and pray. Why? Because all of you are students and they give you the wisdom to study. So every time you can show your result to your parents, or A. Okay? Alright, so this is, I will tell you which is the God that is called Confucius. Is actually a God with a lot of, is saint with a lot of wisdom and brains. So I want all of you to go and make prayer. Okay, just pray, and then eventually all your results will be always number 1. But highly impossible, because school in one classroom only can be number 1. So more or less number 2, number 3, no issue. But as long as everybody above 90 is good enough, teacher will be very, very happy. Just remember one thing, all of you are talented in your ways. Okay, all of you are talented, you just haven't found it yet. Okay, so during the journey of getting to adulthood, you will find your talent. Okay, just remember, all of you are talented people. Do not look down on yourself. Alright, so now moving along. Okay, you can see over here, India Insurance Institution, and also India Overseas Bank. And this is part of Chinatown, and this is how we eat. So when growing up, I always think that my mother will cook for me forever. No need. You just need to come down and buy the food. Okay, so now let's say when you're getting old, okay, then your husband always asks you to buy food. That is in India. In Singapore, husband will not ask the wife to cook at all. Okay, cooking is not requirement. Okay, we just need to come down to our house downstairs, we buy the food, we go back up. Job done. She only need to cook the rice, wash the rice, put inside the rice cooker, button on, job done. Very good. So we have very convenience. A lot of places these are all eateries, and we are 95% we are non-veg. We eat everything inside the animal body. Also we eat the intestines and everything. Okay, so now we are going to go to the Chinese temple. The Chinese temple is over here. This is called the Temple of Heavenly Happiness. So girls, when you step into the temple, always use your right leg. Okay, for the guys, left leg. Why? Because the girl is always right. Okay, understand?
The girl is always right.
Yeah.
Girls, they keep their right because they are right every time.
Yes, correct. That's correct. Another word. All right. So in Chinese culture, we have heaven, just like Hindu, heaven and hell. Okay. So now, in the beginning of how Buddhism was, is basically because of Ashoka. You know Ashoka? Yeah. He's a Hindu prince, right? Correct. So what happened is he converted himself into Buddhism. Then he brought the teaching of Buddhism over to China. That's how China got the Buddhism. Okay? It's just like Jesus Christ makes his way of preaching all the things around the world. So same thing, Ashoka was the one who is doing all this before we were born. Alright, so what happened is there is also a belief that there's heaven and also there is hell. In the Chinese culture, we have got 18 levels. 18 levels of hell. So you will never have a one-way ticket to heaven because everybody sinned. Okay, no matter who you believe or what you believe, you have sinned. So you need to serve hell first before you see heaven. That's a guaranteed thing. So now, so in front of you, that is the God of hell. Godfather number 1 and Godfather number 2. Both of them are actually a general in the Ming dynasty. They were selling opium. Opium, you know opium, it's a drug to the Chinese people. So the Chinese people get addicted to it and then it actually spoils the person. You know drug how harmful it is? Do not take at all, do not even try. So what happened is, they know that this is wrong, but because they are actually addicted to it, so they decided, since I'm addicted to it and the emperor wants me to sell to generate money, so I might as well kill myself. So Godfather number 1 hanged himself. That's why you see the tongue is very long because the tongue is long. Okay, so after learning about the death of Godfather number 1, number 2 jump to the river and die. That's why you see the body is dark because after you die, you suck in all the water and then you are bloated and all the darkness will come to you. So both of them went to hell. Then the chief emperor of heaven came down and said, okay, because you both died of a righteous death, I want you to come back to earth to serve the heaven. How? So, you know, earth got a lot of wandering souls. That means when you die, you don't go heaven, you don't go hell, you are still at earth. You drag the soul, you bring to hell to serve the hell first before they are sent to heaven. So now 18 levels of hell. If you lie to somebody, just like you're lying to your teacher, your tongue will be cut off, your tongue will take out. So do not lie to your teacher, okay? Speak the truth. Truth is always the best thing. You get punishment, but not so hard. But if you lie, then it's not good. Okay, so all these 18 levels of hell, if you have got do all sorts of bad deeds, the 18 level will slowly make sure that you get all the sentence. So after you finish the sentence, what will you do? You will be ascending to the heaven. So the next location is the heaven God, the gatekeeper of heaven. Come this way. Oh, careful.
Wait, do they cut their hand off in China?
So down here you don't need to sit down. Down here is just to tell you that this is the heaven God, the gatekeeper. So what happened is, once you have served hell, you will see them in the Chinese culture. Alright, so the person that is holding that sign, that is the warrant card. So he will say, oh, Mr. So-and-so, you have done all your sins here and you have served hell. Now welcome to heaven. So this is the heaven God. They look fierce because they are guarding the gates of heaven. That's why they are fierce. Okay? Then once you go inside, heaven. Oh, heaven. Okay? So now, moving along, you will see some gods that is very similar to Hinduism. Like for example, the goddess of mercy, multiple hands. Just like Kaliaman, you know Kali?
If they allow
multiple hands, so the manifestation of poverty. So you have Kaliaman.
Yes.
In all religions, there will be a sun god and a moon goddess. You can see? Multiple hands. Multiple hands. So on the right here, this is the sun god. sun. You know the sun? The sun, now you're under the sun. So the sun god. So moon goddess. Moon goddess. And this is the goddess of mercy. So the goddess of mercy, what is the purpose of the goddess of mercy? Like for example, if you need to have baby when you're growing up, okay, you pray to Parvati, right? You ask for baby. Same thing, you go to the goddess of mercy, you ask for a child. So the goddess of mercy will bless you with a child. Okay, so now maybe when you have sickness, okay, some sickness uncurable. So what happened? You pray to God. So goddess of mercy also sometimes will grant you the wish of staying healthy, and you will have your sickness taken away from you. But this person continue to do things after he cure his cancer, example. But he continue to go and smoke, go and drink. Then after that the cancer come back. So then he come to goddess of mercy, he pray again. Goddess of mercy will say no. Because given you one chance, now you want to go and damage your own body again. How can God help you many times? One time is a blessing, second time is no way. Alright, so this is how it is. So when you do good deeds, you will have good things on coming. Okay, what goes around comes around. Alright, so now the next location is drinking water. Pani. Okay, so down there will be 2 taps. Take the water bottle, go and fill in the taps. Alright, after you fill in the water, there is the wishing bell over there. You need coins, you throw it inside, you ring all the bell. Okay? Water, pani, water. You want to take water, take from here. Pani, go and take the water. Kuala Lumpur.
They only bought enough stuff with chocolates.
With chocolates. But they don't have Malayan.
Oh, there's different.
That is the, Malaysia is the Twin Tower, Singapore is the Malayan. But that's why everybody will ask them for especially your cousins, you will ask you for souvenir. So you give them 1 chocolate, Malayan chocolate. Instead of buying keychain, you buy 1 chocolate, you give it to them. Then
Already I bought keychains for them.
Keychain, but Malaysia, Singapore different.
Okay, we'll see.
You see, no issue.
Yeah.
Alright, so we are going to head there just for a while. Then after that, Kana time. Are you all hungry? No. Why? Not hungry? But I see some of you like, JJ uncle, I'm very tired, especially one young one. Alright, anyway, we need to have our lunch. Okay, so let's say if you cannot eat much, it's alright, just eat a little bit, because later on we will have a full entire day in an island. Alright, the island is called Sentosa Island. Okay, so basically I need all of you to fill up your stomach, because the food and the drinks over in Sentosa is very costly. Alright, so put things inside your stomach just in case. Just in case I'm hungry at 4 o'clock, you have something here already. Okay, so put it, you eat already, just put it one side first. And you're hungry, then you shake it back to your stomach. Alright. Okay, so now over here, this is part of Chinatown. So these are the what we call pre-war. You know war, people are having war. Okay, so Singapore we have war. So the war is at 1942. So before the war, this is actually constructed by the Chinese people and the Indian people. So how do we live? Inside, how big is the place? 1,200 square feet. Both stories. So we put about 30 people, 30 workers inside. So the workers got no bed. The workers only a roll-up mat. So basically they can sleep near the toilet, or they can sleep near the kitchen, or they can sleep near the window, regardless. Because today they sleep near the window, I go for my night shift, I come back, I might be sleeping near the toilet. So any space, they will just put the mat, they will sleep down. So it's very unhygienic. But because the Singapore government want to conserve all these old places, they do not allow it to be tear down, but they only allow it to be changed into a different nature of businesses. Like you can see, you got Korean barbecue. You also got offices. Now they are constructing, they are building something down there. Also you got restaurants. You have got tour agents, all located at this kind of location. Nature of the business change, but the facade, the building stays the same. Because Singapore, we only have 300-year-old history. Not like India. India got 4,000 to 5,000 year history. You have the ancient India. Singapore, there's no ancient at all. Okay, man-made. Alright, so once upon a time, Singapore, only 32 kilometers from the east to the west, 18 kilometers from the top to the bottom. What we do? We reclaim land. So what do we do with how do we reclaim the land? Alright, so very important part in studies. Right, in the future, you guys are the future of the world. All of you are the future of the world. So if you know how to use, reduce and recycle, you will know how to save Mother Earth. So like, for example, what do? When we have all the rubbish, we incinerate, burn the rubbish. So the rubbish will have all little small particles. We take the particles, we go and do land filling. Then we create an island. The island virtually non-existent. Now we have 7 kilometers. An island. And the island is active. You can grow trees. You can grow plants. Okay, there is water supply. Everything inside this island. This island name is called Island of Simakau. It's a landfill place. So using that technology, Singapore is also able to do reclamation of land. That means reclaim the land. Using that. So even the roads in Singapore is not 100% tar. It's mixed between recycled products. So this is how we are able to reuse all the recycled products instead of throwing it into the sea. And then after that, you'll kill all the corals and you'll kill all the fishes. This is a bad thing, to kill the nature. So Singapore, they do the burning. Then we use all these particles, all this rubbish to put on the road and put into what we call an island. Alright, so in the future, the green initiative is to save Mother Earth. We only got one Earth. If we don't save it, nobody knows how to save it. Alright, dinosaurs did not do it, that's why they are extinct. Alright, so we are here human beings. We have the brains, so we need to do it. So now, girls, this is Chinatown. Chinatown is where all the Chinese people are around. But you can see on the right hand side, this is a mosque. A mosque in Chinatown. Okay, for the people that believe in Islam, Muslim people. And then you have the Sri Mariamman temple over here, a Hindu temple. Within less than 50 meters away. Another about 100 meters away, you see a Chinese temple. And not far from the Chinese temple, another 100 meters away, you see a Methodist church. Why do you see so many places of belief together? Because most important thing, when we go to church, we go to temple, we walk past somebody, we say hello. You put the beliefs together, you put all the religion together, then you can put the people together. That's how you start. If you put a mosque 10 kilometers away from a temple, these people will not see each other. These people will not see each other, they will not see each other out, then they will not believe what they believe in. So that's how it is. So not far from here, you can see this is the Chinese temple. This is a very new Chinese temple, alright, built in 2008. This Chinese temple, alright, you can see some of the Chinese, this is a new Chinese temple. We go to the old one. Your students are going to the Chinese, the new one. We go to the old one better. The new one not good. Alright, so why? Because old thing looks nicer, original. New one is always modified. Alright, so down here you can see this is how we stay. The people in Singapore, we stay on top of each other, next to each other. That's why the woman not required to cook. how they do it. Alright, so my wife will go and cook the rice. Then what you call, JJ darling, what do you want to eat? Chinese food, Indian food, or Malay food? Then I say, okay, I want Indian food. She just need to take the leaf down. Just right below the house, there's eatery. She just take away. Put the food, do take away, go back up, transfer to the plate, job done. Continue watching her movies. So life very good. This is how Singaporean, 80% of the Singaporean lives like this. Lives like this. Because we import our food from Malaysia. Malaysia is our main source of food supply. Alright, so import the food to come to Singapore. The amount that you pay in the wet market, the supermarket, and the food that you buy outside is only 10% difference. So our kitchen is from Monday to Saturday, cleanest kitchen, spotless, no oil. Only Sunday. Sunday then there's oil. Why? Because mother-in-law coming. You don't know, So how it is, Okay, when we get married, we will not say, will you marry me? Okay, how we do it, Will you want to get a house? Okay, in order for you to be eligible to buy a house, you need to be married. So instead of saying, will you marry me? We say, will you want to get a house? So even if we get rejected, okay, it's okay. Doesn't want to get a house with me. I'll get somebody else, But if the will you marry me comes up, very different. So now, after we get married, we go and get a house. Mother-in-law is not allowed, mother-in-law is not allowed to take our key. You want to come to our house, you must ask permission. Make phone call. Okay, I want to come. Only on Sunday you come. But Saturday, Monday to Saturday is me time, family time. I know in India is very different culture. In Singapore, usually the daughter-in-law and the mother-in-law, they cannot click. They not arranged marriage, all love marriage, not arranged. Because Singapore got no land, cannot arrange. Only the Maharaja days, I want to take the rice field down there. Okay, I married my son over to the daughter. So then the field will get bigger. Singapore, no land. That's why he cannot do arranged marriage. So all love marriage here. And the man pay dowry to the woman, not the woman pay dowry to the man. Okay, so now you know, okay. Alright, so basically how the dowry system start, like for example, JJ uncle, I get married, I open 50 tables. So when people come for your married, they will always give the blessing, money inside the envelope. So 25 table belong to the woman as a dowry. 25 table go to the man. But the man has to pay for the 50 table. So that is the dowry. But we also give our wife all the jinglings, basically all the gold here and there, everything. The whole entire body all gold. So then the wife is very happy. No need to cook, buy food. Mother-in-law coming on a Sunday. Why? Because mother-in-law cook for the son. I want to cook for my passion, I want to cook for my son, everything. So the daughter-in-law want to go and learn how to cook. Go inside the kitchen. Then the mother-in-law say, shoo, go away, entertain your husband. So after that, why? Because if the wife learns how to cook like the mom, then the mother not required to come on a Sunday. So that is the point. So they don't teach. So after generation and generation, okay, we don't think there is a requirement to have the food. And for us, because we are non-veg, so non-veg we eat practically everything. We eat a mixing of cuisine. Like for example, I'm a Peranakan, which is a mix between Chinese and Malay. I will have a different kind of food. I will mix Chinese food and Malay food, put together, and then I put chili, and then it will taste very, very nice. We call it the Peranakan kind of food. So we have different food. So Singapore is actually a melting pot for all the foods. Only things that we cannot make well is the vegetarian food. Sad to say, So I believe most of you here are vegetarian, or almost all are vegetarian. No, all non-veg. Oh my God, non-veg. Okay. You must try our chicken rice.
What about your chicken?
Chicken rice is good. Our chicken not fried, not barbecue. Boiled and steamed. Okay. Now how to make the rice? First, okay, we take the rice, we put chicken stock. Instead of water, we put chicken stock. We boil the chicken. Then the stock of the chicken, we pour it into the rice. Okay? And then we use that to cook the rice. Then we put 2 slices of ginger or 3 slices of ginger. We put into the rice, and then the rice will smell like chicken, taste like chicken. Okay? So now, after you boil the chicken halfway through, until half cooked, you steam the chicken. Now you steam the chicken, the skin and the meat tastes very soft. Whether you are taking from the breast meat or the chicken drumstick, it tastes the same. And it's also, the texture is also the same. So after that, after we steam, what we're gonna do, we put the chicken in the ice bucket. Why? Why? We make the skin gelatin. So you have the tenderness, the jelly, chewy part of the chicken, plus the rice and the garlic, ginger, chili sauce. We grind it together, we pound it.
Hungry?
Yeah? Getting hungry? Not yet? Okay, never mind. Don't worry. I will describe more food to you later on. Alright, then I'll make you all hungry. Yeah? So after that, you accompany it with sweet dark sauce. Sweet. So you have the savory taste, the chewy taste, and the what you call it? The spicy taste, all in one scoop. And then you put inside the mouth. Explosion. Kaboom. So nice. That is the one food. Second one, you all like curry? Curry,
Yes.
So curry, you all always use saffron, you all always use fennel seeds, you all do the clove, and then your curry is always very thick. But if you ask your mommy to make the curry with a lot more coconut milk, it makes it very, very clean and very smooth instead of chunky. Then after that, you put prawn paste chili sauce inside. You can put it with rice, you can put it with noodles, okay? You put a little bit of fish cake, you put clams, vongole, clams on top of it. That is the Peranakan food that I'm saying, which is half Chinese, half Malay. That is a super one. Later when we go to this Sentosa, you'll be able to see, okay, at the area we call it laksa. Very nice. So these two, you try first. If okay, then we move on to what we call barbecue stingray. Stingray. Okay, I give you a clue. The name start with a S. Sangnila. I give you two because you're young. You need to grow up. Oh come on! He's just fourth grade. All of you are greater than that. Okay. All right. So now, Okay, I give you one. Come on. Okay, so now, okay, the Merlion, okay, the Merlion. Why is it the Merlion? Raise up your hand, no shout. Huh? I cannot choose here. I have to choose at the back. Okay, the one. Down. Okay, your three cannot answer anymore. Wait, let the people. You see all the back. That's next time now they want to see in front. You know not? Okay, so the question will go all the way to Sentosa one, alright? Okay, Sentosa also we have. The dress. The different dressing one. Okay. Alright, so.
Birthday today.
Birthday today. Oh, okay. Let's sing her happy birthday song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to what's her name? Neha. Veda. Happy birthday to you. May the good God bless you. May the good God bless you. May the good God bless Veda. Happy birthday to you. Okay, good. Okay. You are born in the zoo.
I always say that.
All right. Okay. So now, next question. Next question. Very simple one. Okay. Next question. All right. So, what is the national food of Singapore? Just now I described to you. Chicken what? Chicken. Okay, you get it, those of you has already answered the question. Let the people at the back have a little bit of chance, All right. So now this one playing for two. Two. You cannot. Okay. So all right. So you know Singapore we have 4 races, right? At which day in Singapore that does... Huh?
What?
Wrong. No. Yes. All of you are very smart, okay, Yeah, you have the chocolate ready, You have the chocolate ready. Okay, so now back to the temple, So the temple we pray, okay? How many joystick Uncle JJ give to you?
the question.
That is not. No, that is not the question. Okay, so I will take 3 person down there. 1, 2, and 3. No. Huh? Just give anybody. Anyway, everybody will get one. End of the day, everybody will get one. Okay? Because you see, JJ uncle got so many. Don't worry. End of the day, you will have this. Huh? You want? You cannot. Okay. So the next question. Okay. Just now, where the Chinese version of Saraswati? What is the name?
Confucius. Confucius.
You see teacher also. Okay, we give the teacher and we give to you. We give to the teacher and okay. For you. Confucius. Yes. Come. 1, 2, 3.
Trees.
Okay. Confucius. Alright. So now, what is the similarity between the goddess of mercy to your Hindu god? Kaliaman. Kaliaman. Okay, give. Okay. Now you all can join. Now you all can join. Alright, so now back to the Merlion area. Okay, Merlion area. So just now you take the picture with the Merlion. Is it a mother? Okay. Okay. Now the front part. No answer already, okay? Because the back one cannot get. The back one cannot get. So front part no more, Okay, no more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All no. Okay? The rest of the people behind must give chance. Okay, so now what will you find in Sentosa later? Just now Uncle JJ got say, which Merlion? The mother Merlion? Father, the one with the fire. The one with the. Okay. Very good. Okay. So now the next question. The next question very simple. Very simple. Do you need to take out your shoe? When you take shower. You have. Okay. Now, okay, this one, everyone, you raise out your hand. Okay, safe. Now, no shower, not shower, not the shoe. Which leg? That side. Okay, the one behind you. You. Very good. All of you are listening. This is a good thing because once everybody will need to write essay. Essay questions will be coming out like this. So all of you remember. Very good. Okay, so now, how many races? Singapore has? 4. Who say first? 4. Okay. The person behind you. The person behind. That person. Okay. Just now you take one already. You already taken already. Okay, hope. Oh, sorry. Okay, so that is a very simple question. Everybody is sitting at this bus. How many seater is this bus?
55, a million.
No. Wrong. Yes. Teachers. It's 49 seater. Okay. So those of you just now have sing a song walking back to the bus. What is the bus number?
590.
Okay. I will give. Okay, I tell you what. I will give 5 to the back because they have answered so many. Okay, 5 to the back. Share yourself. Okay, I give you one. You find half, you give it to her. Okay, I tell you what. Okay, so Uncle JJ will pass this bag to the back. Share. You want question?
Both sides.
Okay, both sides. Okay, So maybe I'll do the last 3 questions and then the rest of you share the chocolate, okay? Last 3 questions, huh? Alright, how many percent in Singapore are non-veg? Yeah, 95%. Okay, it's 95%, huh? 95% of us is non-veg, huh? Alright, so now, last 2 questions. Okay, last 2 questions are making more interesting, huh? 3 for 1 question, huh? Everybody is in, huh? Everybody's in, huh? So, okay, this one quite difficult. But difficult because Uncle JJ never say before. Never say before. Is Uncle JJ married?
Yes!
Okay, 3. Okay, the last one, huh?
Okay.
Does the woman in Singapore
What more? Oh my God!
Don't get dowry, they don't cook also.
Listen the question.
Effort for the teacher I did, huh? What do you want? I did that. Okay, the rest of you behind, please share. Please share.
Behind.
Okay, those of you, hey. Those of you has the chocolate, please share. Please share. I'll give to the rest of the world behind.